Hello, Durga sir. Please allow me to share the screen. Hello. Dear students, are you able to see my screen? Can you please confirm?
Yes, sir.
Sure. Yes, in the last session, we were discuss about data structures like sequence data types we discussed. And these are the sequence data types are there. One is string, and next one is list, next tuple, next set, next DICT dictionary, and then range, bytes, byte array, and frozen set. These are the sequence data structures, or else we can say these are collections. In the last session, just we discussed about string, how to prepare string, how to work with string, what are the basics things about string. String is a sequence of characters or group of characters. It can be created by using single quotes, double quotes, triple single quotes, or triple double quotes. Generally, triple quotes can be used for multi-line string, and usually we can create string by using double quotes. Also, string is immutable. Immutable means directly we can't apply modification on string. We have seen that immutable nature also. Today we'll talk about list. How to prepare list, what is list, we'll discuss. See here, list is ordered collection of elements. List is ordered collection of elements. Collection of elements. Ordered means what? What order you maintain while creating list elements, in the output also same order it's going to display. Same order it's going to display. That is called ordered collection of elements. List is ordered collection of elements. That means what order you are maintaining while creating list, same order it's going to display. That is ordered collection of elements. Next, how do we create list in Python? List can be create. List can be create. List can be create by using square bracket. Compulsory required. So brackets are compulsory and square bracket. By using square bracket, we can create list. Next, list will allow duplicate. Yes, list will allow duplicate values. Duplicate values or duplicate elements. So one item is already there, one element is already there. But if you want to add one more item, same kind of like 10, 10, 10, okay, any duplicate values, it will allow clearly. List will allow duplicate values. And next, list contain different data type elements. Different data type elements. Different data type elements means what? One integer, one float, one string, one character, like different combination of values also you can give, not similar data type elements. That's what we can call it as list is heterogeneous elements. Homogeneous elements means array. Array means similar data type elements. Okay. Heterogeneous elements means list. Heterogeneous means different data type elements. That is list. Next, list is mutable. Mutable means once we create list, once we create list, once we create list, we can modify, we can modify, we can modify or change directly. We can modify it directly here. So it's a mutable nature actually. Mutable means modification will allow. List is mutable. Once we create list, we can modify directly. Okay. So these are the list rules and regulations. It is ordered collection of elements. It can be created by using square bracket, and it will allow duplicate values, and it contain different data type elements, and it is mutable. Once we create a list, we can modify directly. I'll show you practically how to prepare list and whether it is mutable or immutable. We'll see now. Let's flip to our project. This is our project. Now let's prepare a list. And one more thing, we can create empty list also by enclosing empty brackets. Look at here. Just I'm taking my list name is L. L is list variable. Okay. And empty square bracket I'm giving. Meaning is what? You're trying to create an empty list. Let's check it whether it is empty list or not. Print L, print L, then print a type of L, print type of L, type of L. It is what's our empty list type. Let's run this one. We got empty list or not? You can check it. Now you can see we got empty list. List is empty here. Good. List is empty. But list with elements. Now 10, 20, 30, 40. These are what elements? Integer type of elements. But all are same data type? Yes, same data type. Ordered? Yes, ordered. We can also give different data type elements. I said no. String is there. Here one string is there. One character is there. One float is there. So different data type elements also is possible in the list. Same order again. Output also same order it's going to display here. But it contains duplicate values also. 10. Already 10 is there. But we are using one more 10. Again 20 also there. Yes, again we are giving 20, one more 20. So it's coming clearly duplicate values also. It's a collection. It's a sequence of elements. Ordered sequence of elements, ordered collection of elements. Ordered means same order it will maintain. What the way you are creating, same way it's going to display. Okay. And can we create list with one element? Yes, it's possible. List with one element also is possible. This is list with one element. Okay. Now I'm saying that list is what, sir? Mutable. Mutable means what? We can modify directly. Yes, we can do that. Suppose you can see how I'm trying to do mutable things. We have some methods. L dot add. Add is a method, or append is a method. Okay, we are appending the value to the list. Print L directly. Now we are printing the value to the list. It's modify easily modification. 34 is added to the list where it is added at the end only. There are a lot of mechanisms are there. If you want to add this 34 into particular location in one index or some index, there are some methods are there. I'll explain you later. Don't worry. Insert method, extend methods are there. But just I'm showing that whether it is mutable or immutable. Mutable object. We are modifying directly on L. We are not going to take any separate variable L1 or something. Okay. So here directly we are applying this mechanism on L object only. That is list object only. It's kind of mutable nature.
So if
If
it
you
is
want,
has to present on the same line 10, 20, 30, 34.
can you please tell me?
So the list has to be the 34 number has to be printed on the same line in the sense 10, 20 and 30, 34. Like it's showing two lines, right? Two outputs 10,
Two
20,
lines,
30 and 10, 20, 30.
two lines, why you understand that? See, 10, 20, 30, I printed already here, one list. On this
Yes.
list, I'm going to make changes on this changes. After changes, that output is produced here. If you want, you can remove it. Directly, we can able to apply. Only one list is there with adding elements on.
Okay. Okay.
You
Okay.
printed with old values only, and later we are adding one more value. That values also are printing. Two times you are printing. That's why it's coming two times.
Oh yeah. Okay.
But actually, right now, L is holding these many values only 10, 20, 30, 34 only. See, even though if we
Yes.
print here, if we print here, here 10, 20, 30 values only, but L is only one object. Later, if you want to use, which list is available to you to use, this only is available. This is not. It's gone already. So this is just available coming to forward. On this, later here, whenever you apply something on this, it will affect, not on this. Suppose here you can see
Right.
L dot remove of 10 I'm taking. Print L, print L. But now you can see where it is going to remove 10, here or here. You can check it once. Recent list, whatever it is available, it's going to remove now. You can see it's removed from here, not here.
Yeah.
That's the mean. So this list is available right now. Modified list is available. It is not available just for printing. Just what is older list, what it is changes. If you want to know that, then I printed twice.
Okay.
So here modified list added one item to the list and removed one item from the list directly. So list is mutable object. Mutable means changes easily. It can be allowed directly on list also. Now, can you please tell me in the previous session, if you want to know the list functionalities, what kind of functionalities we can apply on list means dir of list, list directory, list here. Directory list means what? On list, what kind of functions we can apply? Append method, clear function, copy function, count function, extend function, index function, remove function, reverse function, sort function. These kind of functions we can apply. But these are not. These are a special methods actually. I'll talk about these things in later coming sessions. Special methods, everything that is. Init is a constructor. Format is a formatted string. Doc is documentation. These are special methods. These are not. We cannot apply on list. We can apply list methods only. This one. This is the methods. So list object. On list object, what kind of functions you want to apply, you can apply. But if you want to know that, you can get it here by using direct list. But if you want to know clear description with syntax, with some uh, description, each and every method how to apply means you can go for help of list list. So you will get complete information from the list. So you can read out which method is for what purpose. You can read out and write the syntax also there, and clear statements also there. Description is there. Everything is there. You can see remove method just now used. Remove method is what? Remove first occurrence of the value. Raises error if the value is not present. It's showing clearly here. For example, remove first occurrence of the value means what? Look at here. In this program, list is there. In this program, list is there. L equals to 10, 10, 10, 20, 30. So L dot remove. First occurrence of the value means this 10 only will remove, not this 10. So they mention clearly that first occurrence of the value only. The remove method will remove first occurrence of the value. Print L means it's going to remove then first occurrence of the value. Now you can see 20, 10, 20, 30. Yes, this is going to remove, not this is. And even they said clearly what they said. You can see what they said. Where is the function? Okay, here you can see. Let me show you. Help of list list. If the item is not there, it will give error. They said. Look at here. This is the description. Raises error, value error if the value is not present. Okay, let me make to remove this which is not present. I'm giving 100. Do you have 100 value in this list? No, we don't have 100 value in the list. So that's what we got. Value error raising. What value error raising? 100 value is not available. You can see value error list dot remove of some value x not in a list only. It's not available. This is what clear. So based on description, based on statements, it is working fine. So this is list operations. We'll talk about list later. A lot of functionalities we have to apply on the list. Don't worry. Now coming to the thing next, tuple object. See here, sir, how to remove third 10? You can't remove that. Based on indexes, you can remove it, no problem. Okay, that is different issue. Don't worry. I'll show you all the operations. You don't worry. So if you want to go for this one, then we can go for what we can say index based. You have to remove that. Okay, index based. You have to remove that. So there is a del keyword is there. Suppose here you can see this. Now you can see. Just wait. L dot. Sorry, del space L of. So look at here. 0 index, 1 index, 2 index. So here I'm passing 2. Then after that print L, print L. So once we execute this, we got an output clearly. So that 10 is removed here. Okay, so it's removed clearly. This is the different approaches are there. But if you're asking forward questions, then I can't able to do that, because I'm saying clearly there are coming sessions, lot of discussion is required. Here I'm giving just a basic overview of each and every data structure. I said clearly, if you know the basics of each and every data structure rules and regulation, then later we can apply many things. Okay, okay, no problem. So coming to the thing, next object is tuple object. Tuple is one of the data structure also, but there is a difference is there. Tuple and the list almost all same, but quite differences also there. So what is tuple means? Same. Tuple is ordered collection of elements, same as list. Okay, and now you can see tuple can be created. Tuple, this difference you have to observe, sir. Tuple can be created by using round brackets, but but brackets are optional here, not compulsory. While creating tuple, round brackets are optional, sir, not compulsory. Without brackets, any group of elements you are trying to create, that is by default tuple only. Okay, generally tuple can be represented by using what brackets are round brackets. But here, while creating tuple, these round brackets are optional, not compulsory. Next, tuple will allow duplicate values, and even tuple contain different data type elements also. But what is the difference? Tuple and list means tuple is immutable. Immutable. Once we create tuple, we can't modify directly. We can't modify that. Modification or changes or deletion. Okay, one item that's not available. So this is completely tuple object relate. Tuple object things. Almost all same as list only. But only the difference is what's, sir? Immutable collection tuple, mutable collection list only. So tuple is also ordered collection of elements. Same order it's going to maintain. Tuple can be created by using round brackets, but brackets are optional while creating tuple. Tuple will allow duplicate values and it contains different data type elements, and it's immutable object. Once we create tuple, we can't modify directly. Let's see here tuple creation, how it is possible. Now just I'm taking tuple T for tuple. Any variable you can take, no problem. I'm giving round brackets. Okay, can we create empty tuple? Yes, empty tuple I'm creating. T. I want to know that what type of T it is. Type of T. It's what type? Tuple type. It's represent what's a tuple type only. Look at here, just I'm taking tuple type. Test.py, then run test. We got a class, the UPLE tuple. This is what tuple type only. I'm giving here elements 10, 20, 30, 40. Ordered collection of elements or not, you can observe. Yes, it's an ordered collection of elements, same order. And it will allow duplicate values 10, 20. Yes or no? Yes, it's allow duplicate values also. 10, 20 already there. Again, I'm trying to create 10, 20. Okay, 10, 20. But it contains different data type elements also, like string values, float values, character. So all different data type values are possible. Is it? Yes, it's coming. But now we can see brackets are optional. I said no. Even if I'm not going to use any brackets also, you can see this. By default, it is tuple only. Brackets are not required. It's creating tuple only. But tuple is what? Immutable, I can say that. Immutable means what? Once we try to modify that. For example, you can see this, if you want to add item or something. So you can see this, whenever I'm trying to add 10 or 100, there is no item assignment or something like this. It will say that print T. There is no attribute called add. Okay. So this kind of errors will come. Tuple object has no attribute add. Not possible. Okay. Adding or values, and even if you want to insert index basis like T of 1 equals to 33, means T of 1 means one index. If you want to assign 33 value, no, it is not. Tuple object don't allow item assignment, it is showing.
So it is
Look at here.
completely unmutable.
Yeah,
Like in
immutable.
string we have, yeah, in string we can made it right. We can add the new value, but in tuple we can't.
We can't. String also we can't add directly. If we take
Directly you can add.
new string. If
But
you
in
store
tuple, we
that,
can add directly.
we
Tuple
can't add
also.
directly. It will not allow. It will not allow. It's a immutable object.
Okay.
So we are not going to do this kind of operations. Adding one item, removing item. So this is not possible. It will not at all allow in the tuple context. It is immutable. Once we create a tuple, we can't modify directly. It's not possible. It's immutable object. But observe here. Previously, while working with list, I created list with one element. It was created. But make sure that to create a tuple with one element, you have to be careful. Suppose I'm creating t equals to round brackets, only one item I mention here. When we try to print a t, when we try to print a type of t, it's not at all tuple. You can see this. It's an integer format. Okay, integer. Because we have integer element in this tuple, in this round brackets, only integer. If I go for this one, like you can see, I'm creating again one more integer, one more string value. Now this time what will happen? It is not a tuple. Again, still it is string only. And even
So
if I'm going to,
curly
uh,
brackets, whatever if you mention, then it will changes to whether it is string or integer, right?
no, no, we can see this. That's what I'm saying. Tuple always should be created using round brackets only. But I'm saying brackets are optional. That is not an issue. I'm going to remove the brackets also. What will happen? This is float. It is not tuple retreated. I cannot create tuple with one element. How to create tuple with one element? I'm saying. See, the thing is to create a tuple with one element. To create a tuple with one element, one element, one element, comma after element. We should give. We should give. We should give. We should give comma symbol. Then only it will create tuple. So it is only for tuple, not for list or something. Now you can say I'm producing comma after 45.6, then it treated as tuple. Even if you give bracket or no bracket, no issues. That is not an issue. But I'm giving comma, then it's creating tuple only. If you give without comma, then it is treated as what's a string only now. So this we have to
Okay.
take care while creating tuple. Only tuple,
So,
not list. List easily we can create with one element, no problem. Previously what we did, while creating tuple with one element, after element, you must and should give comma symbol. Otherwise, it will not treated as tuple. So only in the context of creating tuple with one element. But list context, it is different. List we can create with one element easily, no problem. So this you have to keep it in your mind while creating tuple. So almost all list and tuple is same. But only the thing is list object is mutable. Directly modification, adding, removing, deleting, everything is possible on list. But tuple that don't allow. It's a immutable object. We can't add, we can't delete, we can't remove that complete tuple elements. It's not possible. So that is tuple here. But the rest of the things are same. It's also ordered collection of elements. It is also ordered collection of elements. But only the thing is representation is different. List can be created by using square bracket. Tuple can be created by using round brackets. And brackets are mandatory while creating list, that is square bracket. And here while creating tuple, round brackets are optional, not compulsory. Even if you remove brackets also, it will create tuple by default. So this is tuple operations, tuple rules and regulations. Now coming to the set, how to create set, what is set, how it is different, I'll show you. Point number one related to set. Set is unordered, not ordered, unordered collection of unique elements. Unique elements. Unique means you know that no duplication. Unique elements. Set is unordered collection of elements. See, string is ordered, list is ordered, tuple is ordered, but set is not ordered. It is unordered. Okay, yeah. The Naresh is asking, assign it to a new variable. Can we replace the value? How we can use to do in string? Assignment is not possible, no? That's what I'm saying. Assignment is not possible in the tuple context. How we are doing in string, we can't do that. Yeah, that's what. At least if it is allowed to assign, then we can assign, then we can store into other variable. It's not possible, I'm saying. Ah. So set is unordered collection of unique elements. Unordered means, yes, we can create collection with group of values, but don't expect order. It is completely different order. So you are giving values in one order, but output will display in different order. So it is unordered only. That is, set is unordered collection of unique. Unique means, no duplicates. But in the context of tuple and list and string, duplicate values you can include, yes. But while creating set, even if you give duplicate values wantedly also, that won't give any error, but it will ignore duplicate cases. Okay, so let's try to create set. How to create set? Set can be created by using flower brackets, means curly brackets. So based on the brackets, at least you can able to recognize maximum data types. Curly bracket in the sense set, square bracket in the sense list, round bracket in the sense tuple, and quotes, double quotes, single quotes, that string, obviously you know that. But here you can see it's an unordered collection of unique elements, no duplicates. Set will not allow duplicate. That's you have to remember. Set will not allow duplicates. Set will not allow duplicate. Will not allow any duplicates. Even if you give duplicates also, it will ignore simply. It won't give any error. Okay. Set is unordered collection of unique elements. Set will not allow duplicate values. Set can be created by using curly brackets, and set will allow different data type elements. Yes, it will allow different data type elements. Data type elements. Different data type elements means one string, one integer, one float, like that. Set will allow different data type elements. But make sure that set will allow different data type elements. Next, another thing is, just wait, what is missing? No, nothing missing. It can be created by using curly brackets. It will not allow any duplicate values, and it will allow different data type elements. And now coming to the set is mutable object. Mutable object means we can change directly. We can change directly. No problem at all. It is mutable. Changes are allowed. We have a lot of functions. Add function, update functions will be there. Okay, deletion is possible, removal is possible. It is clearly there. Okay, so this is set operations. It is unordered. Let's create set, but make sure that one more important thing you have to remember: to create an empty set. If you want to create an empty set, okay, then we use set function only. Then we use what's our set function. Why don't we use empty set, means empty curly brackets? Yes, that's the problem actually. Empty curly brackets you should not use. Why? Because there is another data structure next. What is that? Dictionary is there. DICT, dictionary. In Python, dictionary also can be created by using curly brackets. Whenever I'm trying to create curly brackets, empty curly brackets, that leads to dictionary, not set. That's what I asked you to create the empty set means. Then we use set function only, not empty curly brackets. If you go for empty curly brackets, it leads to dictionary, not set. Look at here, just I'm trying to go for s equals to, I'm feeling that it is set, but not set. It is what? Dictionary only. Print type of s. Print type of s. Test.py. Now we got this output here. You can see dictionary only written. Dictionary only. DICT it's written. Means it is not a set. But if you want to create an empty set, what I said, set function I have to use. When I use set function, then it will create empty set only now. Let's run this one. We got empty set now. It is an empty set. Okay, set creation is empty set creation is like that only. And it's collection of ordered unique elements. No, now unordered unique elements. Let's create using curly bracket 10. Okay, different data type elements is possible. A, 20, okay, 30, 56.7. Different data type elements. But look at here, is this ordered or unordered? Is this ordered? No. What order you mentioned the elements of set, but is this going to display same order? No, it's not same order. It is unordered collection of unique elements. Unique elements means all are uniqueness. Even if you give forcefully some duplicate values, 10 is there already, 10. A is also there already. Again, still I'm giving A. These two are duplicate. So it will not give any error. It will simply ignore that duplicates and it will maintain uniqueness only. Every time it is not in same order. It is unordered collection of elements here. This is set rules and regulations. But we can modify the set. Modify the set means there are some functions are there. S dot add. S dot add of 45 I'm adding. Print yes. Print yes. Print yes. Print yes. So it can be allow. 45 will be added. But you may get doubt where it can be added, sir. Anywhere it can be added. There is no indexes. First, for your kind information, whatever the data structures are unordered, unordered means not in order. That data structures will not allow any indexes. Generally, list is having index. Yes, we have to create indexes like list will contain indexes 0 index, 1 index, 2 index, 3 index. You can apply index, then you can get the values. Even string also can contain indexes. List is having indexes, tuple is having indexes. Whatever the ordered elements that will have indexes, but it is unordered, we don't have indexes because in unordered case, what will happen? Always, for example, you can consider 0 index 10 is there, 1 index I is there, but this is 1 index I, but always in the result the I is not available at 1 index only. There may be chance to change the indexes also. That's what unordered collection of data structures will not allow any indexes. Indexes are not possible. Okay, it is mutable. Mutable means we can add, we can add, we can update more items, we can add, so we can modify the set also. So this is unordered collection of elements. It will create by using curly brackets and it will not allow any duplicate values. It is contain different data type elements. It's a mutable object. We can change directly and make sure that to create an empty set, we have to take care set function through only. Don't use empty curly brackets. Empty curly brackets will leads the dictionary actually here. Empty curly brackets leads the dictionary, not set. Okay, why? Because in Python dictionary also we can create by using what's our curly brackets only. And strictly remember, in total all list of data structures, we have string, we have list, we have tuple, we have set, and dictionary range, bytes, byte reference, everything. In total data structure, two only unordered. Remaining rest of the things are all are ordered collection of elements. What are those two are unordered, sir? Only set is unordered, and as well as next dictionary is also unordered. Okay, these two are unordered. Strictly remember. Rest of the things are all are ordered only. Range is ordered, bytes is ordered, bytes array ordered, frozen set is ordered. Frozen set is unordered, sorry. Okay, but string is ordered, list is ordered, tuple is ordered. Only the thing is two important things like set is unordered and dictionary is unordered. Now let's talk about dictionary here. Dictionaries unordered or ordered or unordered elements, but it is different things actually. So dictionary is unordered, unordered collection of items. Dictionary is unordered collection of items. Dictionary is unordered collection of items. But item means what you know in dictionary. Generally, in the list context, tuple context, set context, item means one value. But in dictionary, item means can be a pair of two things. One is key and value, sir. One item can be a pair of. Okay. In dictionary, item can be a pair. Item can be a pair. That is key colon value. This is item can be a pair. One item consider as two things. Key and value. Both combination is called one item. Okay. So in dictionary, one item means not one value. It's completely two things you have to consider. One is key, another one is value. This both combination is one item. One pair we can call it as. It is unordered collection of elements only. Unordered collection of items only. In dictionary, item can be pair of key value only. So next, how to create dictionary means DICT dictionary can be create by using curly brackets. Yes, curly brackets. If we give empty curly brackets, it leads to empty dictionary only. But look at here, set is mutable. Directly you can say yes, mutable. We can change directly. Uh, String is immutable. List is mutable. Okay, tuple is immutable. But you can't say dictionary is mutable or immutable like this. Why? Because there are two things are there available in dictionary: key and value. So that's the reason what we can say in dictionary. In dictionary, keys are immutable. Keys are immutable means we can't change keys. We can't change keys. Keys are immutable. In dictionary, keys are immutable, sir. We can't change keys. But in dictionary, values are mutable. We can change. We can change. We can change. Mutable. So these two are differences. Keys are immutable. Keys are having immutable nature. Values are mutable nature. Immutable means once we create a key that cannot be modified. Values we can modify that. Yes, once we create change, we can have the values. We can change the values also. For example, here we are all employees. Employee names are values. Employee IDs are keys. Employee ID is unique ID. Okay, it cannot be changed every time. Values can be changed. Employee names or same names also might be there. So that's the reason what I can say in dictionary. In dictionary, in dictionary, keys are keys are uh, unique. Keys must be unique. Yes, keys must be unique. Unique means what? No duplicates. But in dictionary, values are need not to be unique. In dictionary, values are need not to be unique. Need not to be unique means there is chance of duplicate values also. But here in dictionary, keys, keys, and values can be of any data type, sir. Can be of any data type. Means what? There is no rule. All keys must be integer. All values must be string. No. Key can be of any data type. Integer, float, string. Values can be of also any data type. No restriction here. Even there is no combination. Key compulsory integer means value is also integer. No. It's you can able to use different data type values. Key might be string, value can be float. Key is float, value can be integer. Like that you can implement different ways. So these are dictionary rules and regulations. We'll see clearly here how we'll create one simple dictionary, how it will be. You can check out. All points are suitable or not. It is unordered collection of items. In dictionary, item can be a pair, that is key value. Both key value, we can call it as one item. Dictionary can be created by using curly brackets. In dictionary, keys are immutable. We can't change keys once we create. In dictionary, values are mutable. We can change mutable object. In dictionary, keys must be unique. Yes, unique keys only is possible. No duplicate keys. If you give duplicate keys, that item can be ignored. No errors. In dictionary, values need not to be unique. Yes, values need not to be unique. Can be duplicate values also. In dictionary, keys and values can be of any data type. Let's try to show you dictionary here. I'm saying that D equals to empty curly brackets. What it leads? It leads to empty dictionary, Yes, type of D. Empty dictionary here. DACT. If I give values like 10, 20, 30, is this dictionary? No. It is what, sir? Set. Because set is direct elements are there. But dictionary means how we can consider dictionary. One item can be a key and value pair. So key is 1 and value is Sai. Key is 2, value is Durga. I'm just giving. Key is 3, value is Mohan. So I'm maintaining unique keys only. Now let's run this one. We are getting keys and values pair. What happen if I give duplicate key again 1 and Manoj? I'm giving. Already one key is there. Again one more key is there. But which key pair will be added? Any one only, not for both. Because it will not allow duplicate keys. So simply you can see one Manoj only it is accepting. And even values can be duplicates, sir. No problem at all. Values here Mohan is there, here Mohan is there. But their keys are different, no? So that's what it will accept. No problem at all. And I'm saying that key can be of any data type. Suppose here 1.4 is a key. It is what value? Float value. It's a string. Here integer value. It is a string. But here you can say that string value. Again here I'm taking this is string. And here one is there. Value can be of different value. Like I'm giving 45.6. Key is there. B is a key. Value is what? 34 I'm giving. So different combination also we can use, no problem at all. No restrictions on that.
Sir, if we give 10 comma, then either it is string or integer, then it will be an tuple if
Hmm,
inside the curly
hmm.
bracket, right?
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
No, set will give set. Here you are saying that here you can see S equals to curly brackets 10 comma something like this. It is leads to set only. I'm saying.
No, no,
Tuple
no.
means round bracket.
The last example which you shown,
It is set
this is
only.
that,
If I
that I
give,
understood. I understood this one. I'm asking this tuple. I'm asking the last example dir you have shown, right?
hmm,
Dictionary. No, no. Can you show me the
last
last example, please? Yeah, this one in the curly bracket, if we mention 10 comma, if I left like that, then it will be a tuple, considered as a tuple, right?
where you
D,
consider not.
D first line, D is equal to, and this curly bracket, 10
Uh,
comma and closed curly bracket, then it will be considered as a tuple.
you are means curly bracket means it leads to set only, man. Tuple means always round brackets or without brackets.
Okay,
What you are asking, tell me now. At least I'll write it. You are asking
okay.
curly
If
bracket
I
only.
take
Now 10
curly bracket
comma.
10 comma, then this we can call as a tuple or not, I'm asking. No, this,
Why tuple? Because it is a set only. Set will be create by using curly brackets only. Set is having set only. It is why tuple. Tuple means always round brackets or without brackets.
okay,
It is tuple now.
this
Or
tuple.
without brackets also it is tuple. Brackets are very clear. No, tuple can be create always round brackets or without brackets. Tuple only. You are asking
Oh,
curly brackets means it leads to set. Set
okay,
is direct elements actually elements. But whenever we are making pair, you can see this D colon psi, then it is what dictionary. Here colon, one is a key, another one is a value.
okay. This means like any symbol plus value, it leads to the dictionary.
Yes, yes, yes.
Like
One
colon.
key,
Okay.
colon, and one value. It leads to dictionary. Even if I'm not giving anything also, then what will happen, sir? Here dictionary only because it is empty curly brackets leads to dictionary. And Mr.
Oh,
Naresh, what
okay.
add functions? Add function means I'm not getting. Yes, we have lot of functions are the dictionary also. What about add? You can add it, no problem. You can assign the values, dictionary key values also. We can apply that. You can see on dictionary what kind of functionality you can apply. You will come to know that print dir of dict dictionary. So you will get the functionality of this add. If you want to add one more item, you can add it, no problem. Clear, copy, from keys, get items, keys like this one. Okay. So for example, you can see D equals to empty dictionary here. Print D, print type of D, type of D. Now once I execute, you got empty dictionary. But if you want to add the items, there is a possibility is there. D of key is 1 equals to value is Mohan. So this is going to be add one item to the dictionary. So now you can see this, it's adding like this only. Or else we can
So
go
what
for get function also. Tell me. Here one is
but
treated
you
as
said
key, value is hmm.
it is an unordered collection of items, right? Which won't have the index
No,
for
it won't
the
have
dictionary
indexes.
value.
That's what if you want to use index, then you can use key as an index only here. Key only will treat it as index. Here one and key it is not meaning of index it is a key value only. If you want to access any value from the dictionary, key must be required. Key through only we can access.
Okay.
Suppose here one is
Oh,
there,
got you.
SAI, two is there, MOHAN is there, and three is there, Durga is there. If you want to get one item from the dictionary, how I can able to do through key I can able to get. Now you can see once we got the key pair values. In this one value I want to get. How to get print D of one. One means key. That value will come based on key only.
Okay. The next question is like if I have one more variable, which is f or something.
and I gave a dictionary to it, dictionary
It will
variable.
copy.
And if I
It
want
will
to add D and F, how can is that functions?
tell me what exactly your requirement. Suppose F is
One
there.
more
What is
variable. Okay.
F?
Can you assign
Hmm.
some dictionary values for it? I mean, okay.
Dictionary values means D of 1 you want to assign.
Yeah.
Print F. Print a type of F.
And if I need to add D and F, okay, can I do that?
That's what. You can see this. We are receiving that D of 1. D of 1 means D is a dictionary name. 1 means key. You are getting key value. Psi is 1. Psi is assigned to F only. Print F only. F is what type? String type only here. We are getting string value. We are assigning to F only. You can't add this F value to dictionary because you are having F means only one value. You are missing keys. Then by default will not assign key.
Okay.
Sir, for
If you want to add the items to the dictionary, what we need to do here, you can see this D of C 1 D of 3 equals to here. Actually, to access the values from the dictionary, we use that key value pair. Here you can see D dot D of 1 is a key. Print D of 1. D of 1 equals to Rajesh I'm giving. What I'm taking here, print D means one key value is going to change. If value is going to change. If suppose this key is not there, it's what happened. A new key value pair is going to add it to the dictionary. If that key is not there, it will add one more extra item. One key,
Okay.
one value. If you go for this one, already key is there. That's what it's going to be affected here. Value change. Tell me what's your requirement.
Can you copy the second line and paste it in the fourth line and change it to the F? Okay. And now I want to do A plus F. Will that work?
What you want to see here?
Copy the second line. Complete. Can you
Where?
copy the second line? One. In the fourth line.
Here.
No.
Then what left?
What
It
I
is
mean
affected.
is, no. Can you copy the second line first?
Second line is this one.
Yeah. Paste it in the fifth line. Can you add it in the fifth line?
Fifth line.
And change the D over to the F in the fifth line.
F equals to we are copying that dictionary values.
No, delete the D. Okay. I don't need the D over here. Okay. Now if I want to add D plus F, can I do that?
Just wait. See, first line is happening what Sai, Mohan, Durga, and we are assigning one value to Rajesh, so it is affected D. So again, third line you are going to F, so you are going to print D plus F you are doing. So D is what dictionary value, F is another dictionary value. If you are trying to add, you can say unsupported operand type. It's not possible to add because mapping is required compulsory.
Sir, indexing how we have to calculate in dictionary, like 1 is 0 and double colon is 1.
No, indexes will not there, sir. Sorry for that. Indexes will not be applicable for dictionary as well as set because these are unordered. Instead of indexes, only we have keys. Keys through we can do anything, but values through you can't do anything. Indexes also is not possible. You mean to say like you're thinking like this, it is 0 index, 1 index,
Correct,
2 index.
correct.
Not possible.
So one you're replacing Sai with Rajesh. It's replacing. Correct? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
But you can't add here this dictionary and this dictionary values like this. It is unsupported operand type dictionary and dictionary. Two dictionaries we can add. We can add two list values with two dictionaries, but there is separate method is there. Zip function is there. That is different case.
So every time in dictionary so there should be key and there should be value every time. We use the
compulsory. Otherwise, it will leads to another thing. Like if I'm not giving any key value pair, only I'm giving that individual values means it is set only, not at all dictionary. Even though if it take d variable, d is just for variable, it's not meaning of dictionary, and even it leads to set only. Dictionary is nothing but combination of key value pair.
So we are assigning that key with the value. So every time, whenever we run the dictionary.
Yes, yes. Dictionary is nothing but it's a key value pair. One
Okay.
item can be considered in dictionary key value pair. Compulsory key value pair is there. I mentioned clearly. It can be a pair, key value.
Okay.
Keys are immutable. We can't change. Values are mutable. We can change. Key must be unique. No duplicate keys. If we give duplicate keys, it will ignore one key. One key only will be highlighted. One key will be considered. And
Sir,
keys values.
can you
Tell me.
please show one example where keys cannot be changed, like that error will throw?
Yeah, I'll show you that because this is basic idea I'm giving. Lot of functionalities we have to apply on dictionary.
Oh, okay.
We can't change the modification of the key is not possible here. I'll show you. Don't worry that.
Okay, thank you.
Just now I have changed the value. Value gets updated here. Value gets updated. Whenever I'm trying to change the value, for example, D key here, D of 10 equals to D of 10. 10 is a key. Durga is value, but I'm giving Ram here, Rajesh. So it's going to affect it here. Print D. So value is clearly changed because of that key is present in my dictionary. From Durga to Rajesh, we are changing. Yes, this is dictionary. And coming to the range will be there. Range is also it is just for range of values. It is going to create range of values and completely it is used to generate it is used to generate sequence of values. And the range is immutable. Immutable means once we create a range, we can't able to modify the range of values. Now, by default, the range will start from 0. And if at all you want to start with your range any number, you can also start with any number. So range is also one of the function also we can call it as ranges. Look at here, R equals to range of 10 means what you know. It's going to start with the range 0 and up to 10 are used, up to 10. Print type of R. So but look at here, R is range of 10. 10 means by default it starts from 0 to 10. When we execute this, what will happen? You can see, is this going to be prepare any range of values? No. So why it is, yes, range by default will not display the collection format. If you want to display that, you have to convert into again list format or tuple format or set format. I'm converting that into list of R, and range of values are coming in the list format. So this is range type only R. Okay, 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. The range is started with the 0 and ending with what? Up to 10. It is not including 10, it is excluding 10. If you want 10 values, then you can go for 11. 11 means up to 11, excluding 11, including 10. And even if you want starts range here from 2, then you can also give 2. It means your range will start from 2. This is what starting range. This is ending range. And there is one more option is there. 2 is there. Start value, stop value, and step value. Step value means every time how much value you want to increase, you can increase it. I'm giving increasing 2 plus 2, 4 plus 2, 6 plus 2, 8 plus 2, 10. That step is your wish. I'm giving 3, 2 plus 3, 5 plus 3, 8 plus like that only. 8 plus 3, 11. 11 will not include because 11 only last. It is not including, excluding. If I mention 12, then 11 also will include. Yeah, this is range. It's a range 2, 5, 8, 11 like this. It's immutable. We can't modify the range of values. Direct it will create range. So this is very important function which will be used rapidly in our application development. So this is basic idea about all these data structures. But still we have to discuss these 3 data structures. But it is not right situation to discuss about this byte array frozen set. Why? Because these byte array frozen set will not create directly. Like how we create string directly, how we create list directly, how we create tuple directly. Same like we can't create. This can be created by using other data structures like list, set, tuple only. So that's what later coming sessions we'll discuss in detail about bytes, byte array, frozen set. You don't worry. And in tomorrow's session, we'll start with control statements. Means if condition, if else condition, nested if, elif, for loop, while loop, nested for loop. Once I complete that logic things, then we can go for again these data structures in detailed. Each and every data structure, what are the functionalities are there? We can apply one function, one example I'll give clearly. If string is having 30-40 function, 30-40 examples I'll discuss. That is, can we give decimals in range? Yes, yes. Let me try with decimals in range. Here you are asking like your range starts from where? 23.5. Now you can see it is, I think so it is going to be affected on integer range of values only. Let's go for this one. Now you can see float object cannot be interpreted as an integer. Okay, so it's not possible. Okay, integer values only you can able to create range of values. So that's all about today's session. So see you tomorrow.
Hello. Hello.
Yeah, tell me. Yeah, tell me.
Yes, sir. In yesterday's class, we have discussed this float values like while you're giving the input, right? So in the
Hmm,
print statement,
hmm,
sum sum is a plus b you're giving, right?
hmm.
So already we are mentioning sum. Then why plus is required in a plus b
Where you mentioned sum?
and
Sum means
print?
SUM is nothing but our input, our display text, that is not calculation. You mean to
Okay,
say like this, printer, sum is A plus B. Sum is A
correct.
plus B means just for output statement. It is display purpose, not meaning of it is sum.
Okay, okay, okay.
So without doing this, sum means it is text only. It is not mathematical
Text only.
function. It is text
Okay,
only. Here sum
okay, okay,
is what it is
okay.
I want to display. If you don't want, you can remove this one and nothing will happen. What is that? Sum or see, you are getting values, it's okay. After
Hmm.
giving values, user can understand what is this
Yes.
sum or is after minus or after product, after division. What is this? They don't know.
Okay. Yeah,
That's what
yeah,
I'm
yeah.
giving clearly. Sum is only. Sum is
Okay,
nothing but what here it is. By after adding these two numbers, the result is this only. Sum is. It is not subtraction. It is not production. It is clearly saying sum. After adding these two numbers, the result is like this. This is description only, man.
okay. Got it, got it.
If you go for minus means a sub is you have to take subtraction we are doing, no, so that's what I'm taking. Sub is, that is your description, whatever you want. So you can say 45 and 34.5 minus, after minus I'm getting 10.5. Sub it is, not sum.
Okay,
Got
Naresh
it?
here. One more question is like in dictionary or like in dictionary, you're getting the values with the help of keys, right?
Keys.
If you have to
Yes.
identify. Okay. What if I know the value, can I get the key?
No, not at all
Why?
chance. Undoubtedly it's not possible. You can't do with key values. You can do whatever you want, you can do with keys only.
Okay. So okay.
Yeah, values,
And
values no use.
same goes to the tuple or like we have the indexes, right? With respect to index, we are
You can,
identifying.
yeah, whatever the indexes are there, index through you can do whatever it is. If you want to delete particular index item, you can use index. Or if you want to add
No, no,
item
no.
particular index, you can use that.
Through index, I'm identifying a specific value. What if
Yeah,
I know the
sure.
value? Can I know the index?
You can able to know the index in that index data structures, set, string, tuple like this. You can get easily.
I can get it. Okay.
Know the value, you can get the index clearly.
Okay.
I'll show you clearly, don't worry. So there are a lot of functions we have to discuss. No, here you can see this. Even not only index, highest index also there, least index also there. Okay, based on your requirement, you can do whatever the index is. If you pass the value, then in which location is there, you will easily find out here. You can see this. There are so many methods are there. On the index is there, index of substring. R index is there, highest of index of substring. Find method also there to find a particular character index. Lot of functions are there. No, that is not issue. Yeah. So see you tomorrow at same time, sir.
Thank you.
Thank you.